The news that everybody has been waiting for. We've waited a long time, talked about it on this channel, if we're ever going to see him on the field ever again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, L'Jarius Sneed is back. Make no mistake about it. He was activated off the PUP list earlier today and has returned to practice. It's a big, the biggest news that the Titans have been waiting for, and everybody had questions. You see it from Rap Sheet, from Ian Rappaport earlier today, earlier this morning. Big news for the Titans. Cornerback L'Jarius Sneed has passed his physical and will participate in practice in a limited capacity. Coach Brian Callahan said he was hopeful Sneed would come off the PUP as he dealt with a knee injury, and today is that day. And the first thing that I thought of was the meme from LeBron himself. It's about damn time. It is about damn time because it was months and months and months of question marks if L'Jarius Sneed was going to be a part of this team in the 2025 season. In a capacity, I mean, is he going to be on the field? And it looks like that he's back at practice. There were videos of him practicing. They weren't team, but individual drills, and he looks good. And I'm excited for it. And if you're excited for it, he's back, man. Hopefully he gets in 100% back on the field week 1 against the Denver Broncos, which we will break down. But if you're excited for L'Jarius Sneed to be back, hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Let's show all of YouTube how excited everyone is. This is the moment that everybody has been waiting for. If you go on Twitter, you can look at every single person's tweet. Like, type in L'Jarius Sneed. Just click the latest, and you'll see a scroll of all videos like, I'm concerned. This is a problem because we have gotten no updates. You saw it. Brian Callahan just said, we're hopeful. We don't know. He's working his way back. Nothing. He will be back at this point. He will be pinpointing the exact timeline. There was no timeline. This is the moment that everyone has been waiting for, and because you kind of needed him out there. We've talked about this cornerback rotation a bunch, and you like Jarvis Brownlee Jr., you like Roger McCreary, you like Darrell Baker, Marcus Harris, Gabe Giuliani, though, like, these are all, like, kind of depth pieces. It really, after your starting corners, it takes a dip, and I like you, Darrell Baker, but I don't want to see you starting instead of L'Jarius Sneed. Like, I will not take in consideration of what 2024 was. He was hurt, had the quad injury. It was worse than anyone could have imagined. But you see in those 2023 stats, in those 2022, like a top corner, 14 pass breakups, 11 pass breakups. Those are 2 seasons where you see, okay, this is why the Titans gave L'Jarius Sneed over $70 million. That's why you brought him in and gave him an extension. But just because he's on the field doesn't mean that you're going to see that same L'Jarius Sneed that you saw back in 2023. He is still going to have to prove it on the field because he could come back and then he could get hurt just like that, or he could not be 100% and be that person that he once was. But he is pretty confident. He spoke to the media after practice today, and he says it feels great to be back. It's been a process. I've been trusting the process day in and day out, putting in my work, and I'm on the field now. I'll be very confident, just taking the process day by day, getting my work in and making sure I'm ready for it. The physicality is going to come. That's who I am. I've been in the league 6 years now, and that's who I am, a physical corner. I just have to get my technique down. And when it's time for the lights to come on, you'll see a whole different L'Jarius Sneed. And then Terry McCormick, who covers the Titans. They asked him, a bunch of people asked him, if he was going to be ready week 1, and he has said that he's confident he will play in that week 1 game against Denver, which is just about 2 weeks away. So I hope he's ready for it. But I'm not trying to rush him back into just the lineup. This is a tough injury. Getting your knee scoped out, having to worry about a quad too. He said his quad is 100% and it's nothing to worry about, but I don't know. I want to see something. I want to be I'm kind of questioning, is that going to happen? But I can guarantee you, like, being on the field right now, I was excited to see him on the field. So, if you guys are excited, and I'm confident that we will see L'Jarius Sneed to be ready week 1. So what's your confidence level? Let me know down in the comments section. Scale it from 1 to 10. 1, you don't think he's going to be on the field or a 10, he is going to be the starting corner next to Roger McCreary and next to Jarvis Brownlee Jr. We're going to break down exactly what happened at practice today. But first, I got to welcome back a proud sponsor of Titans Today, and that is Prize Picks. Preseason football is underway, and college football is here, so don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. It's super simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. I've been using Prize Picks even before I got hired here at Chat Sports. I love the app, and I love winning up to 2,000 times my cash. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. I made a lineup for you guys. Prize Picks giving away a max discount. The more on Dak Prescott passing yards for week 1 against the Packers. More than 0.5. Just has to throw 1 yard. And then Calvin Ridley, the more on 925.5 receiving yards, and more on Tony Pollard, 900.5 rushing yards. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The link will be in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, run your game. Okay, so what happened at practice? And from what the takeaways that I saw, Cam Ward, solid day. A lot better than what we've seen from him usually in practices. He had a rough kind of second preseason game. 2 for 7, finding Elike Manor on a couple passes. 15 for 22, 5 touchdowns. I like what I saw. He was finding everybody that was open. Not many turnovers, if any at all. A very, very good practice for him, and they're ramping up the practices as you're getting closer to the first game of the season. Also, they asked him about the quote-unquote scuffle that he had with Jeffrey Simmons, and you can see that it was absolutely nothing. The media was making a big deal about it for nothing. He said, "Jeff is strong as bleep. It was fun at the same time, and I think it was what we needed. I mean, we love competing. Just me and Jeff, and I'm excited to have that man as my teammate, so I can't wait to see what he does on Sundays. I already know what he's about, but I can get to see the real thing coming soon." And I'll just say this. I said it on the video yesterday. This was a whole nothing burger. Nothing at all. They made a big deal about it because they like talking to each other. They are both competitors. They compete. They get fired up on practice because that's what you want to see. And if you can build that and put that on the field, guess what? It's going to lead to success. It's a nothing burger, guys. Absolutely nothing. Cedric Gray, though, continuing to shine. And you had a wide open kind of linebacker competition. This is just some other kind of takeaways from Parker Kelly, but Ward overshot Wiley. Bryce Oliver made a good play. That's why he's making the team. I mean, honestly, that's why Restrepo is probably not making the team. But that one right there, Cedric Gray had a great pass breakup on the back of the end zone throw from Ward to Gunnar Helm. They kind of talked about it, that it was going to be like, it was like that play against the Falcons where he lost 2 people, but Cedric Gray was having none of that. And then Jim Wyatt, who covers the Titans for the Titans. We haven't decided on which direction we're going at inside linebacker next to Cody Barton. There's a competition between Cedric Gray and James Williams Sr. That's coming from the defensive coordinator, Denard Wilson. And this is just it. Friday's game against Minnesota will determine that linebacker 2. Like, James Williams had the linebacker 2 spot all up into the preseason games. Like, throughout camp, it was James Williams. And then what we saw against the Falcons, Cedric Gray blowing up some running backs, blowing up Easton Stick, getting those sacks, looking like a great linebacker next to Cody Barton. This is a big position battle that you're going to have to look at on Friday's game against Minnesota. I'm excited for it, and I'm interested to see who's going to win that battle. And the last takeaway is just absences. What is going to happen? Who's going to play on that final preseason game? And I'm kind of interested. I don't know exactly who is going to play, but these are the players that missed practice, and there's a lot of them. Calvin Ridley for soreness. Joey Sly didn't kick, but I expect him to kick. J.C. Latham left practice on Tuesday. He did not return on Wednesday. Tajay Spears has the ankle sprain. Kevin Winston Jr. is still getting held out. Tavondre Sweat, hopefully he's good. Isaiah Rakes, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and then Matt Landers. I don't expect most of these guys to play in the next game, in the final preseason game, but I do expect Joey Slye to kick. But more importantly, Brian Callahan was asked if the starters are going to play Friday night in the preseason finale. And this is coming from straight from the horse's mouth. I do think the intent is to play the starters Friday night against the Vikings. So we'll probably see Cam Ward. We'll see more of Elike Manor. We'll see more of that offensive line. Maybe we get to see Lloyd Cushenberry, who's now getting back into practice. Maybe we see him play a couple of snaps. I hope so, because this is basically a dress rehearsal. Once you play week 1 against the Denver Broncos, and the Denver Broncos have one of the best defenses in the NFL. So it's going to be a tough test, and you kind of want to be ready for that. So hope to get to see the starters for just a little bit more than a quarter. If you're ready for the start of the season already, I know we got one preseason game to go, but I want the real thing to start. If you're ready for it, hit that thumbs up icon. And while you're down there, if you made it to the end of the video, go ahead and hit that sub button. We're covering the Titans pretty much every single day, getting you news, rumors, coverage. We're going to have a preview on the Vikings game this Friday, so make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, tighten up.